Ramsa, and today I would like to talk about wetland. So what is wetland actually? So wetland is an area which is water that is a primary factor that controlling the environment and wildlife. They occur when the water table is at or near to the surface of the land. So according to Ramsa Convention, wetland is an area of mud, fen, peatland or water where the natural or artificial, permanent or temporary water that is static or flowing flash, brackish or salt, including areas of marine water depth of which the time does not exceed 6 meters. So for an example, wetland is a process for in Malaysia it's just a place and also a swamp as in the Pahang or the Tasik Chini.
Next, terms related to wetlands. It consists of hydric soils, which is a saturated soil that long enough to create an anaerobic state in the soil horizon. Secondly, hydrophytic plants, which is adapted to thrive in wetland despite the stress of anaerobic and flooded environment. Finally, hydrologic regime, which is a dynamic or dominant presence of water. So, wetlands consist of marsh, fen, and peatland, and also bogs and swamps. So categories of wetlands consist of two major categories, which is coastal wetlands, inland wetlands. For coastal wetlands, it is for marines and estuarine. So for inland wetlands, consists of riverine, lacustrine, and palustrine. Each of the categories of wetland have a general location, and each of that have a wetlands types. For the types of wetlands, usually consists of two types, which is natural wetlands and constructed wetlands. For natural wetlands, it is a natural built wetlands which is act as a natural kidney that purify water that pass through them and distill out the sediments, chemicals and pollutants. Next, for constructed wetland, it is built to mimic the natural wetlands and not part of the natural system. However, a constructed wetland system that is specifically engineered for water quality improvement as a primary purpose. Example of natural wetlands in Malaysia consists of the mangrove and mud flats, peat swamp forests, lakes, rivers, and lagoons. As we can see here, there is a sum of the example from each type of the wetlands in Malaysia. So here, as we can see, the sum of the example pictures from the wetlands in Malaysia.
My name is Azia Liana binti Ghazali. There are three functions of wetland. First, physical. Second, chemical. Third, biological.
Physical function of wetland. First, flood control. Second, coastal protection. Third, groundwater recharge. Fourth, sediment traps. Fifth, atmospheric equilibrium. After that, this is the function of physical. And this is a nitrogen cycle. There are three chemical functions of wetland. First, pollution interception. The nutrient uptake by plant, the process by bacterial action. Second, toxic residual processing. It is large-scale, long-term additional can exceed a wetland capacity. And the last one is waste treatment. It has high rate of biological activity. It can consume a lot of waste. The last function of wetland is biological. This is habitat. Wetlands support many different types of animals, including invertebrate, fish, amphibian, reptile, bird, and mammal. It is the nature itself that acts as transition nature, both aquatic plant and animal life in wetland. This is the value of water supply, wildlife resources, herbal medicine, timber resources, recreation and tourism and transportation. This is common animal found in wetland: mudskipper, catfish, crab, frog and snake. This is common aquatic plant found in wetland: bladderwort, mangrove, cattails, waterweed, duckweed, spike russia, water lily.
My name is Abdul Rahim bin Abdul Razak. So I want to explain about general type of aquatic macrophytes. For the first one, submergent. Submergent means Land that grow entirely underwater. Most are rooted at the bottom, and some may have flowers that stand above the water surface. The second, floating leaf. Land root to the bottom with leaves that flat on the water surface. Flowers are normally above water. For the third, free floating. Land root to the bottom and float on the surface. For the last, emergent. Herbaceous or woodly land that have the majority of their vegetative part above the surface of the water. Thank you.
Okay, next for submerged plants. There are some picture for the submerged plant. This is for planting leaf plant. This for free floating plant. And the last one is emergent plant. So the benefit of the aquatic plant. Firstly, primary production mean that the wildlife food, oxygen production. Second, shelter means that protection from predation for small fish. Fish spawning. Several fish attach eggs to aquatic macrophytes. Some fish build nests in plant bed. Water treatment. Wetland plants are very effective at removing nitrogen and phosphorus from polluted water. Component of wetland. You can see here in the picture, it shows the component of wetland. For example, land, substrates, liner, vegetation, basin, and lastly outlet. How a constructed wetland work. Here the picture show the how the construction is work. You can see here. Type and wise use of constructed wetland treatment system. Constructed wetland system are classified into two general types. For the first one, horizontal flow system, HFS. For the second constructed wetland treatment system is vertical flow system, VFS. Surface flow, SF. Here is subsurface flow, vertical flow constructed wetland, SSF.
I'm Sajida binti Abdul Karim. Wetland configuration are comprised of 5 zones, which are inlet zone, deep water zone, littoral zone, microphyte zone, and outlet zone.
This is offline wetland. This is online wetland. Inlet zone is inlet structure designed to achieve sheet flow across the wetland, whereas outlet zone is outlet structure designed to control the water surface and protect it from plugging and floatable common in wetland. Water level control structure. Water level difference depend on flow in PVC pipe. This is drop box type. This is cross-section wetland. Wetland cell structure and component and its function. Inlet zone, convey flow to wetland, divert flow from mainstream, prevent bed erosion, trap larger pollutant, and store such as stormwater. Depth water zone, capture suitable solids, protect wetland from high flow, bed protection and water quality. Littoral zone, bank protection, habitat, water quality, aesthetic and recreation. Microphyte zone, water quality, aesthetic, recreation, provide safe habitat and aesthetic value, reduce potential for short circuit. Outlet zone, manipulate water level, protect wetland during high flow, and also create pond water, allow for flow measurement. This is component selection to meet design objective.
My name is Nur Fatihah, so I will proceed about maintenance requirement. When to construct wetland, there are 4 requirements need to be considered. First, monitoring, which is for example water quality, habitat, flora and fauna. Second, operation control. Third, inspection, for example, structure and embankment. And lastly, for maintenance, repairing damage to structure and control of it.
Okay, this picture show the example of wetland. And then this example for wetland with pond. This is the example of vegetation, upper cell and lower cell. Okay, the advantage of constructed wetland treatment system. First, constructed wetland treatment system are a new technology for Malaysia. It is a cheaper alternative for wastewater treatment using local resources. Secondly, aesthetically, it is a more landscaped looking wetland site compared to the conventional wastewater treatment plant. This system promotes sustainable use of local resources, which is a more environment-friendly biological wastewater treatment system. Constructed wetland can be created at lower cost than other treatment options with low technology method where no new or complex technological tool are needed. And lastly, the system can tolerate both great and small volume of water and varying contaminant levels. This include municipal and domestic wastewater, urban storm runoff, agriculture wastewater, industrial influent, and polluted surface water in rivers. That's all. So thank you very much for watching our video.